From Germany becoming a ruthless dictator, to the world's most biggest invasion in world history, and to the end of a dictator that saved the world from collapsing. Welcome to learning World War II with History Night, and let's get into today's video. Let's talk about the reasoning why World War II even started in the first place. Germany took all the blame for World War I, had to pay a bunch of money it did not even have, had to take people out of the Rhinelands, and reduce their military to 100,000 men because of the Treaty of Versailles. But then a person stand up by the name of Adolf Hitler said that he can fix everything. Hitler used to be an artist in Austria and was rejected 3 times, but one thing that he was really good at was being a powerful speaker.
Deutschland ist nun erwacht. Die Macht haben wir nun in Deutschland gewonnen. Nun gilt es, das deutsche Volk zu gewinnen. Ich weiß es, meine Kameraden, es ist euch wohl oft schwer gefallen, wenn ihr meint, es müsse nun ein Wandel kommen und er kann nicht und immer wieder muss der neue Appell gerichtet werden. Es muss weitergekämpft werden, es geht nicht, ihr dürft nicht handeln, ihr müsst gehorchen, ihr müsst euch fügen, ihr müsst euch diesen unerhörten Zwang beugen.
A lot of Germans believed that Hitler could do it, so they all decided to help him with his Nazi grow up. So he began undoing it by sending people into the Rhinelands and bringing up his military in 1936 through 1938. He showed the first act of war by taking his home country, Austria, and nobody cared. Then Adolf Hitler asked for a bunch of Czechoslovakia, but Britain wanted Germany to stop, so they made a peace treaty to make them stop invading the rest of Czechoslovakia. But 6 months later, they took the rest of Czechoslovakia. In 1939, Adolf Hitler and Stalin made a treaty to both invade Poland that would throw the world in chaos. And the first gunfire went out. World War II has started. Then the United Kingdom and France declared war on Germany. So Nazis started invading France and took them in 6 weeks. And remember, France was always a superpower in Europe. Hitler wanted to rub it in, so he took a picture of him right in front of Paris. The last remaining British soldiers crossed the English channels with civilians getting across back to England, while they were heavily gunfired across the channel. Adolf Hitler thought the United Kingdom would give up after France fell, but they kept fighting and say they would never stop. But back in the US, Franklin D. Roosevelt wanted to join the war, but his people did not want to join, so he aided the United Kingdom to keep going. In the other side of the world, Japan Empire was starting to die because it was running out of oil. So it looked its way to Pearl Harbor. On Sunday, December 7th, 1941, Japan started sending planes across the Pacific into Pearl Harbor, sending almost over 1,000 planes, killing over 2,403 Americans. Right after the invasion of Pearl Harbor, the United States declared war against Japan. Germany declared war on the US with Japan, even though he didn't even have to. Hitler declared war against the Soviet Union because he hates how their economy works. At a place called Stalingrad, over a million Germans and Russians died. While the Soviet and the Nazis were fighting, the US went down into North Africa and started going up to Italy, knocking Mussolini out of power, so that's how there's one dictator out of the way. In the United Kingdom, they were getting ready to start going into the biggest war and the most biggest invasion in human history, invading Normandy, France. Over 156,000 men crossed the beaches of Normandy. At dawn, June 6, 1944, the big invasion comes into Normandy, France. And soon this invasion would be called D-Day. On Utah Beach, Americans were swarming up onto the beaches while the Germans started firing at them with auto machine guns. First wave didn't make it as far, but then when everyone stopped listening to commands, all the Americans pushed up and made it past the German defenses, while Adolf Hitler was asleep and not paying attention to where he could have backfired them with tanks. Over 4,414 US, Canadians, and British dead, with only around 2,501 Americans dead. Over 4,000 to 9,000 Nazis men dead, wounded, or missing. On August 25th, 1944, the US and the United Kingdom started going into Nazis' territory and said the war could be probably finished around Christmas, but they were pretty much wrong. Hitler had one more plan up his sleeve for the deadliest and the biggest battle in history for the United States. On December 16th, 1944, in the Ardennes forest, Belgium. But the US fought back pretty hard and had to make the Germans had to raise up a white flag. Surrender. December 26, 1944, the US decided to go up into Patton and destroyed the Nazis, so they had their last chance destroyed. In spring of 1945, the US were exploring Germany until they found the worst thing they could ever see, the Holocaust. A lot of people were disgusted, but the US decided it would be the best if they show everyone what Nazis did to everyone. Franklin D. Roosevelt suddenly died less than a month before victory in Europe. When the Soviet Union started swarming into Germany, Adolf Hitler killed himself to hide anything from his body. Just like that, World War II has finally ended. But who said that was the end of everything?